The funding for this video is provided by the amazing members of my Patreon. Also contributions from viewers like you. Thank you. Yeah, I started from PBS Kids. What you gonna do? Fight me? Anyway, roll the video. Hey y'all, it's Harriana and I'm back with another video. Hi, hello, how are you doing? My name is Harriana. Welcome to or welcome back to The Pirate Ship, also known as Harry Hook's Pirate Ship. I'm the captain, you are not my first mate. I don't got no first mate because you wanna know why? Come here. Bring your ear closer so you can hear it. No one's worthy of being the first mate. But hi, hello, how are you doing? My name is Harriana and I like to make content based on nostalgia and family and children's entertainment and all the issues that I found in those spaces. First of all, if you think I'm under the weather right now, I am. I recently got my vaccines. I got them yesterday. And yeah, Captain is not feeling well. I currently have a fever at the moment while I'm recording this, but I really want to get back to how I used to upload on YouTube when it used to be like every other day or like every 2 days or whatnot. So yeah, I was like, okay, come on, we can get this one video done and then you can go back to bed. And then also it's midterm week too, so yeah, I don't feel all that great. I feel like shit right now, actually. Today we are going to be talking about anti-blackness and the different forms of it I have seen being taking place on social media for like the last few days, because I have some thoughts and opinions on that. Oh yeah, if I just look very, I look unwell right now. Harry was not doing well. That's why I'm trying my best. The reason I put my house coat on is like mainly because it's cold in here in general, but like I'm extra cold today because I'm just shivering and I ate all that good. So yeah, I have the notes up on my phone for what we're going to talk about, and let's go ahead and get started. But before we get started, I just want to make it clear, I do have a 50% off sale going on in my shop. Everything is half off, and mainly it's just me trying to clear stuff out of my office because I've been making space for like the new inventory that's gonna come like in the fall and winter. So everything's 50% off. It lasts until tomorrow night Pacific Standard Time too, so I gave y'all a little bit more time to get there. But yeah, and there's no discount. There is a discount, but you don't have to put one physically in. It's automatically applied, but it's only applicable on orders that are $10 or more. So yeah, like I still gotta make my bag too, even though there is a sale going on. So Tim Burton, you are up first. Okay, first thing we're gonna do is moisturize our face, so we need to do that. I already who's texting me? So right now we are going to moisturize our face with this Cetaphil Daily Moisturizer. It also has sunscreen in it. For some reason, my skin really only works well with moisturizers that have SPF in them. I don't know. As somebody who was a fan of Tim Burton's work growing up, finding this out was disappointing, but like not surprising, because a lot of white men in Hollywood are racist. Like that's not really something that's shocking, but it is always disappointing when it is somebody that, you know, you enjoy their work. I love The Chorus Bride growing up. I like the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory for sure. That movie used to play so much. I used to watch it so much when I went to cheer camp. Like the film was a classic. It was a classic. Now that I'm done prepping my face, I'm gonna go ahead and just take my hair out the Cat Noir bonnet. And one thing that kind of irritates me is that people were saying that y'all be holding celebrities up to too much expectations. Why are y'all so upset about a white man revealing that he doesn't like black people? That's just his opinion. And I was just like, y'all will always find some kind of excuse to just defend a white man for being racist. We're gonna get into that later because there is just more to this story. Oof. So I was talking on Threads, and if you don't know what Threads is, it's like the Instagram version of like Twitter. I was over there on Threads and I was just talking about how, okay, I'm trying to mix the foundation. We're trying to do something different to the foundation this time because My summer shade is slowly starting to go away. Ooh. So we're gonna try and mix that a little bit with this one that I have right here. But like I said, I was on Threads and I was basically talking about how I, as a black person, no longer have any interest in anything he makes, mainly because his anti-black comments made me uncomfortable. I'm black. I have every right to feel that way. And I'm gonna sit here and read you guys exactly what it was that I said that made people like upset. Because when I said that Tim Burton was anti-black, people like took this like an attack on their character, like they always do when you say that you don't like a certain celebrity. But here's what I said. I said I stopped giving Tim Burton attention a while ago when he said black people don't fit his aesthetic and he never apologized. I don't care about the new Beetlejuice movie. Anything he makes is not worth my time. So me making that comment, there were Tim Burton fans that weren't happy with what I had said because they felt as though I was attacking them when I wasn't. Because I also said right under it, I said, am I saying that you shouldn't support Tim Burton? No, because I don't tell people what to do. Do what you want, because I'm going to do what I want and I watch his movies or that Lil Wednesday show. And people are just over here saying that I'm over here forcing my opinion on them and yada yada yada. And I was like, first of all, y'all came to my page. Like I said, if you want to keep watching Tim Burton's movies, if you want to keep watching Wednesday, by all means, go ahead. You're free to do so. I'm not going to sit here and tell people what they should and shouldn't watch. And like the only time y'all have ever really seen me tell people what to watch, mainly that has to do with like Dan Snyder's work. Y'all, I got a pimple on the bridge of my nose and it really hurts. But like also, I just simply don't care enough about anything new that Tim Burton has been making in general. Like, I'm just gonna be extremely blunt about that. I do not give a fuck what that man has been making lately. Because the thing about the anti-black comments, like the main reason it bothered me so bad is because he never really apologized. And then when he puts black people in his works, they're like just the villains. So that kind of like says a lot about like, yeah, okay, this isn't for me. I won't go here. I'm a dip. And somebody had said, because this was something that somebody had got mad at me because they said that I was discrediting his work because of an opinion he had. When are y'all gonna realize that racism isn't an opinion? But this person had said discrediting someone's entire career over a throwaway comment. Racism isn't a throwaway comment, okay? He said his films are parented to high contrast. Dark skin is hard to contrast on film. And then I said, I'm black, you're not about to tell me how I feel about this. I'm like, no, he's making up excuses as to why he cannot cast actors of darker skin to be in his work. And I know a lot of people were like, Tim Burton is an anti-black. I remember this comment pissed me off so bad. But people were like, he's not anti-black. He's been casting Jenna Ortega in his work. First of all, y'all need to learn the difference between anti-black and anti-POC because Jenna Ortega is not black. She is a person of color. She's not white, but she's not black either. And I'm like, okay, just because he is casting Jenna Ortega and stuff doesn't necessarily mean that his ill feelings towards people of color have completely gone away. Specifically those who are of darker skin, because that is something we call colorism. Like, y'all are here to make your own choices. You are free to do whatever you want, but I'm just getting sick and tired of y'all just telling black people how to feel when a white person, especially a cis white man, does something anti-black or just anti-POC in general. Like, when are y'all not gonna get that? When? Let me know. Please let me know. Because like I said, you can make your own choices. You're free to do what you want. And I was like, there's only really one person's work I sit here and tell people not to watch is Dan Snyder. And that more so has to do with the fact that not only does he have like a lot of racism and misogyny and just everything ignorant and bigoted in his works, there were also a lot of problems that went on behind the scenes of his productions. That's why I'm just like, I personally don't think that we should still be watching Dan Snyder shows. But also, if you still want to go and watch Dan Snyder shows, by all means, go ahead and do it. I can't sit here and tell you what to do. That is up to y'all to make that decision. Harry is not here to sit and tell you how to run your life and you choose to do what you want to do. No, I get on YouTube, I give my thoughts and opinions about the issues that are in our world, especially when they have to relate to things that we watch growing up or animation. And then you are up to do what you want with the information that you receive from my channel. Everything is up in y'all hands after that. I ain't gonna sit here and tell you what to do. But like I mentioned, why is it that non-black people always feel as though they can tell black people what they can and cannot do when it comes to how they feel about a white person especially, or just a non-black person of color being racist? Like, I actually wrote a bit about that in my book that me and Amira had wrote together, like, last summer, called Do Not Call Me Sis. Here, where I was just talking about how, like, y'all gotta stop telling us how to feel, but also, like, why are y'all babying Tim Burton? That man is old enough to be my father. He is old enough to be my grandfather on top of that. Like, let's not sit here and baby a white man about him being anti-black. Okay, I didn't do my eyebrows last time, so we're gonna do it now. But I feel like a lot of people have a hard time nowadays separating themselves from a piece of media that they really enjoy. Because you can sit here and simply say, let's take a Tim Burton movie, for example. Let's say that you didn't like the live action Dumbo film, because that was one that he did. And I remember a lot of people expressing how they didn't like the movie. People that like Tim Burton and they like Dumbo, they will personally, like, they will feel like you're personally, like, stepping on their foot and then go off on you simply for not enjoying something that you like. People don't like a lot of the shit that I like. Everybody knows who my favorite character from Miraculous Ladybug is. It's Natalie. I have a whole bunch of people that are Miraculous fans that don't like her ass. And you know what? That's okay. They're allowed to feel that way. I don't feel like they're attacking my character because I love her so much. Y'all, this might be the last time I ever make a video with a fever. Because I'm like, I just started feeling really winded out of nowhere. Whew, let's hurry up with this. The makeup might not look good today. Y'all, we might not even do anything super crazy today. Oh, God. Ah! Next case of anti-blackness we are talking about is the Fuhad and James and Andrew Schultz situation. Now, if you don't know who any of these people are, kudos to you, because I didn't know who the fuck any of these people were until I saw people simply talking about how there are no baddies in Atlanta, and I was like, wait, what the fuck is going on? What's going on here? Y'all, I feel like I'm dying right now. Let's hurry up and get this done. I'm gonna speed through this makeup and not even gonna take our time with it, and let's see how it turned out. Now, personally, it was something that they said along the lines of talking about how they were visiting Atlanta and they didn't find any of the women here to be attractive. And they said there are no baddies in Atlanta. And when they said baddies in Atlanta, they meant black women. They meant black women. Because what exactly do y'all think of when y'all think of baddie aesthetic? Okay, we are back. I had to take a break because I was standing and I got really dizzy and I had to go lay down. This is my last time ever making a video while I have a fever. Never again. But let's start over. Now, a lot of this discourse started up and then it ended up getting worse, like the more like it went on, was because there was a podcast. It's called the Shits and Giggles podcast. Mind y'all, I barely listen to any type of podcast that has to do with the subject of like just dating and all of that. I don't want to hear all that shit. I really don't. I'm just not interested in it for the most part. But they had said something along the lines of talking about there are no baddies in Atlanta. Now, personally, I didn't take offense to this. Mind you, I am a woman that is from Atlanta, born and raised here. I didn't take offense mainly because, first of all, why do I care what a British cishet man has to say about my appearance? A whole different country, whole different aesthetic. Like, why do I care about what a cishet man in general has to say about beauty and fashion? So that right there was already just like, okay, whatever. but people are trying to make it seem like this situation is just people getting upset over that, and I hate how people are just trying to limit it down to that one thing when it is much more than that. But it also gets to a point where this man named Andrew Schultz, I wish I never knew who he was, because I didn't know who he was until this entire Shits and Giggles podcast fiasco happened, is that he got on their podcast and was saying some very racist things about Black people and people of color. It was very like off-putting, just very like disgusting. It was given high school lunchtime talk. That's literally what it was given. High school lunchroom table talk. Do you like white girls or do you like Black girls? Talking about body counts and shit like that. Like, I hate any type of podcast that has discussions like that when it comes to the subject of a fucking preference and dating. Like, I don't want to hear it. I don't give my attention to those whatsoever. This is the only time y'all really gonna hear me talk about this on this channel, by the way. But what got worse is that they brought Andrew Schultz on their show. They were over here like, oh, we didn't say that. That was him. Okay, but y'all was laughing and kicking with this man about all that he had said about like just people of color. Y'all were just sitting here and allowing this man on your platform to say all of these things. Like, I don't care what nobody says. If I'm interviewing somebody and they say something that is really out of the ass, especially if it has to do with the subject of Black women, because I'm a Black woman, or if it has anything to do with just Black femme-presenting people in general, oh, you're not coming back, and I'm not posting it at all. But it's like when that situation had happened, he basically like said, oh, by the way, that wasn't the only thing that they said in that podcast. Like, basically telling everyone they actually said some other terrible things about Black women too, but that's the only one that stayed, because they were saying that the producers, I'm pretty sure, ended up cutting out that part of the podcast. Andrew and Fuhad, is it Andrew and Fuhad? Fuhad and James, that's their name, Fuhad and James. I never heard of these guys until then. Part of the reason they're getting so much backlash at the moment is because a lot of their listeners, a lot of their supporters were Black women. And one thing I have learned, that if Black women are like your main support group, because I notice this a lot with like celebrities, if Black women are like your main support group, if you do something to them, they're gonna be done with you. Because I saw this happen with DaBaby, because a lot of women were fans of DaBaby, and I'm not even gonna lie, I was a fan of DaBaby too until all that stuff ended up coming out about him, and mainly just me learning about a lot of the things that he did. I don't know why I said I was gonna give Brat green, and now I'm giving the Princess and the Frog. I mean, it's on brand. I'm fixing y'all so much, y'all. We're gonna clean that up on the side, but I'm still wanting to rant a little bit about all of this because it was just really ridiculous. But as I mentioned, like, that's part of the reason why DaBaby ended up like falling so hard, is because a lot of his supporters were Black women, and they dipped. And I say another person that I remember this happening with was Sabrina Claudio. If y'all don't remember, I think it was back in 2018. Sabrina Claudio was exposed for being very anti-Black, and she wasn't just anti-Black, she was also colorist too to non-Black Latinas just as well, and they got her ass out of here. She still makes music, and it just seems like a lot of people just forgotten about her colorist comments, but somebody had said something about the reason she fell off so hard is because her main group of people, like the Black women, they stopped fucking with her. Mind you, Shits and Gigs, it's called Shits and Gigs, I keep calling it Shits and Giggles. They are not the only podcast that sits here and does this. This is the only time y'all are ever going to hear me bring this name up on this channel. But that is Fresh and Fit. If you are familiar with creators such as FD Signifier and Turb, who I love you so much, Turb, if you're watching this video, hi. There's a lot of them, Foreign Man in a Foreign Land. A lot of Black content creators have uploaded videos talking about Fresh and Fit and all they have done. If you want a really good recent video, I'd say, that discusses so much with Fresh and Fit and just so much of how these male comedians just use misogyny to pay the bills, I highly recommend watching Shanspeare's video about the manosphere, and then also the video that they posted talking about Matt Rife. I was disappointed with the Matt Rife thing. I stopped caring about him for a minute, and then when I come back and saw that, I was just like, ooh, okay, damn. But as I had mentioned, like, Fresh and Fit have done numerous things that have made people like pissed off to the point where their channels ended up getting demonetized. And I think something else happened with them recently. I don't fucking know. I was watching a video where they were talking about Fresh and Fit and what's been going on with them. This is how I know I have a fever right now, because all my lips are peeling. Let me get some moisturizer on them. Okay, that's a little bit better. But like a lot of these talks that they be having on these podcasts that are just super male dominated, that talk about just everything that has to do with dating culture. First of all, I wrote an entire blog post on my blog talking about if you want some podcasts that are not about dating culture and just nonsense, I will have the link down below, because situations like this are why podcasts have such a negative ass reputation. Because I remember people were talking about, I don't need nobody making no more podcasts in 2023, and I was like, I get what y'all are 2023, 2024, but I was like, I get what y'all are saying, but the reason y'all are mad at one kind of podcast, because every time people start a podcast, it's usually the same type of bullshit. It's like, would you smash me? Like, ooh. And I had Stan, like, it's this one gimmick that a lot of them like to do, is when they get like OnlyFans models and just like make fun of them and are very whorephobic. Man, it's the worst when they bring black women onto these platforms. Mind you, that they choose to go on these things by themselves. Like, I gotta point that out too. Veritas Joe had pointed it out. Love you, by the way, if you're watching. Like, they literally go willingly on these podcasts, and then it's a whole bunch of think pieces for who knows how long about it. And it just irritates me, because shit like this is why so many people are like, black internet sucks right now. Like, black social media sucks right now. Yeah, that's because y'all keep going to people like Shits and Gigs. Y'all keep going to Fresh and Fit. Y'all keep going to Fanita and always complain about every single last thing about her. Y'all keep going to E. Kane. Y'all keep openly going to these things that are making y'all mad, when y'all can obviously be going to things that don't piss you off or that actually interest you. Because like I said, like, the talks are just very immature and bigoted, and they're not really adding anything new to these conversations except for exposing that some people will never change, and we are forever going to have to live in a world full of people that just don't care about being ignorant. But yeah, I forgot to mention this. This is what I was mainly wanting to bring up. Yo, I'm trying to hurry up with my makeup. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna blend underneath this eye, and then I will highlight, and I will highlight, do my lip liner, lip gloss, and then we'll be done. I need to blend that out because it got messed up. But people are like, y'all really can't be that mad about them saying there are no baddies in Atlanta. You're really just mad at them for having a preference. And I can't stand how anytime somebody just basically gets clapped for saying something ignorant, y'all sit here and be like, oh, it's just a preference. A lot of y'all preferences are literally rooted in ignorance. The preference shit really be coming back to slavery, because I even talked a lot about slavery in the book that I had mentioned earlier, how a lot of the colorist bullshit that a lot of black people, specifically black people in America, still spew and deal with started during the 1800s, 1700s, when they were enslaved. Their ancestors were enslaved specifically. Like, people sit here and act as if colorism is just like a dating preference thing, and it's really not. Colorism has gotten people K-worded. Like, can y'all use y'all noggins, please, for like 5 seconds? Like, and people are writing it all talking about black women don't know how to take a joke, black women are super sensitive, yada yada yada. No, it's not that black women are being sensitive. You just have a group of people that are tired of being the butt of the joke by their own men in their own community just as well, because there are tons of black women out here, sadly, that would be quick to throw black women under the bus, and I want better for those people. Because there even were black people defending Tim Burton too, just as well, talking about, oh, that's just what he wants. He's not gonna pick you. He's not gonna pick you because you sat there and agreed with him saying black people don't fit his aesthetic. Look, he's not gonna pick you, mainly because y'all saw that he started putting black people in his work. Baby, he's not gonna give you a handout. Get over it. The band was anti-black and never apologized. And I hate the fact that I am somebody that wants to see the good in everybody. I am somebody that wants people to change. I believe people can change. But Tim Burton had not apologized for what he had done. So I was like, okay, I'm just not gonna watch this man's stuff. I don't care about anything that he makes anymore at this point. Y'all can enjoy it, okay? Y'all have fun with that. Y'all, I forgot my highlighter. We'll be back. We're on to the highlighter. Let me get back on my feet. I'll stand on my feet so y'all can see me a little high up. Okay, do we do blush first or highlight first? We're gonna do blush first and then highlight. Oh, don't know if y'all remember the thing I said, but I was like, why is it that anytime social media nonsense is going on, Atlanta is at the crime scene? Like, Atlanta is always at the crime scene at this point. And I'm just like, can we get a break? Can we get a break, please? Can we get a break? I don't know. I just wanted to get on here and just rant real quick about just how I'm just kind of tired of how black internet is always just limited down to things like this. But then also on black internet, you got a whole bunch of people that sit here and defend white people nonsense. And it's always like done in an infantilizing way. Talking about, oh, he don't know no better. He grew up during a period where it was normalized to be racist. Because I remember people were babying Dr. Seuss. And y'all know I stay on Dr. Seuss' neck. People were sitting here and babying Dr. Seuss talking about he didn't know any better because he was a white man that grew up in the 1900s. Baby, the racism still applies. The racism most definitely still applies. Let's not get it twisted. I look like a glazed donut. I told y'all, my makeup don't be the best, so like, don't be following my makeup tutorials. And anybody that's in my comments watching this right now talking about your makeup look terrible, I know it don't look that good. Like, don't play with me. I am fully aware that I'm not the best at doing makeup. Like, I just can't stand when people be trying to clock you on stuff that you are fully aware of. Because I remember somebody had tried to say something about how my cosplay wasn't accurate because I was wearing glasses. Y'all, I wear prescription glasses. I can tell y'all like, ooh, Harry woke up mad today. Harry woke up with a fever today. That's why she's angry. Oh, by the way, if you're wondering why I'm talking about the Tim Burton anti-blackness thing, it has to do with the fact that he released the new movie, and I'm pretty sure he still did not apologize for what he had said. And it's just anytime, like, Tim Burton puts anything new out, a lot of people are just like, did he apologize yet? Did he? Did he not? And it's just sad, because I saw a lot of black Tim Burton fans, while the ones that still think he's going to pick them, defended him for his actions. A lot of them were like heartbroken by it too. Like, at the end of the day, we don't know these people, but we're allowed to get mad. Like I told y'all, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory is one of my favorite films, and seeing that the man who made one of my favorite movies did that just was heart-wrenching. It sucked, but things happen and we just gotta move on from them. Like, the day I found out Walt Disney was just a despicable human being and that he did not like black people, I was hurt too. Like, I just think we need to stop putting white people, like white men specifically that work in Hollywood, up on pedestals. I think I'm just going to do the dark color today, because sometimes I mix it with the lighter color. Sometimes I just do the dark color. I think I'm just going to do the dark color today. But it's still going to blend out a little bit because I'm putting on the pink lip gloss, the regular lip gloss from my shop. That I still have a few more in stock, by the way, if you want to grab it. And I don't have my glasses in here because I told y'all I'm sick. Didn't even bother putting them on today. So we don't even have the glasses to complete the look. Boo. 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 Now me doing the product placement. Boom. Now, let's put a few face gems on. Anybody that knows me knows I always put a face gem. Because Harry is feeling under the weather today, we're going to do the tears. We're going to do the tears. It's giving clown tears. It's giving clown makeup low-key too, but it's okay. That's how I'm feeling today. Okay, you wanna know what this reminds me of? The clown, the one that was bothering everybody. Okay, he was a clown that turned into a mime on the Powerful Girls. This is what this makeup is giving for some reason. I don't know why, it just made me think of it. Alright, and we have done it. It's giving Brat, but also giving Tiana's Bio Adventure. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you do appreciate it. I hope who likes this makeup look enjoyed it. I hope y'all didn't try to follow it. I feel like a lot of y'all could follow my tutorials and just do them a lot better yourselves. So yeah, I'm not a makeup guru, by the way. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great day, night, whatever time of the day you're watching this video. I'm just watching. Hope you watched it with the ads on. That's how I know this people are getting to me. I'm stumbling over my words. Alright, I'm gonna edit this real quick. I'm gonna go lay down and then just be off everything for like 3 days straight because I need a rest. And I got a paper due. Alright, goodbye.